We now have access to Google's Veo 2 image to video. So we're going to compare it against 7 other image to video platforms. And we're going to have fun with this. We're going to start off with all 8, then we'll narrow it down to the best 4, and then we'll compete head to head to the best 2. I'm assuming Veo 2 will be one of the top 2. My guess, it might be against Kling, but who knows? What do you think? Let's do it. Per usual, I went over to the Midjourney community and found a few images that we can test. And we will use the standard bring to life prompt and let the AIs do its thing. Okay, we'll start off. Here are the 3 images we're going to use. We'll start here, go to here, and then lastly, the cat, which I think will be the hardest one. So we will test them all out at fall.com. So we're using the same system, image to video, and we're going to test Veo 2 versus Minimax versus Hunyuan, Kling, Wan Pro, SkyReels, Vidu, and Dream Machine's Ray 2. Again, we'll start off with all 8 with this character, who will most likely just be walking down the corridor, but it's the little subtleties we're going to look at to see which one wins the day. And I have a feeling this one will be tough. And here's Kling, and yeah, the person is walking down the corridor. That person who walked in front doesn't seem quite to scale. That's a little interesting. But the nice background, nice movement, other than that other person walking in front of him. The first person walking in front of him was fine, but that second one, I'm not so sure. So that's Kling. Here's Minimax, and we have that slow motion. It does not as natural. You can see a difference. The people are walking, but it doesn't have as natural of a feel. What do you think? Minimax, not quite there. Let's see how the others do. Here's Wan Pro. Okay, he's just standing there, hanging out. Well, the one person to the left it looks like walking backwards. That's Wan Pro. No, not sure that's going to work. This is 2.1 Pro. So, no, not quite. All right, so let's go on to the next one. SkyReels. Okay, SkyReels, I don't know what SkyReels is doing. Whoa, what's this? They totally changed the imagery. SkyReels IV2. Well, maybe there's a different version, but well, in this case, we're just going to have to say no to SkyReels. I usually like SkyReels. They're usually pretty good. Bryon just did a SkyReels comparison with Veo, and it was really close. So I'm just going to chalk this one up to maybe a glitch or using the wrong model. I don't know. Here we go. Vidu. Often overlooked, and I think this is very nice. Vidu is pretty straightforward. Doing what it's supposed to do. Little bit off on the handle. Look at the handle. See how that is not working naturally? We'll have to look at some of the other ones to see if it's the same scenario there. But Vidu is certainly in the top 4 at this point. Dream Machine Ray 2. Okay, steady camera. He just keeps walking towards. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. You can see the handle is much better compared to Vidu. Not bad. I wish it followed the subject, but that wasn't a requirement. It's a different approach to it, just a steady cam and the person walking by and going out of frame, which is a creative way of going about it. Well, Hunyuan did not render, and so I went to Picverse to replace them. And here's the Picverse version, and it's not really rolling so well. I was curious to see how Picverse did. The bag is not rolling. He's carrying the bag, although everybody else is doing. Well, everybody's kind of in lockstep in the background. Look, watch the. It's almost like they're marching. So interesting. Okay, let's go to the feature of the day, which of course is image to video, Google's Veo 2. How did it do? Here's Google looking good. Casual person walking down. I don't see, the handle seems about right. Everything, all the motion seems pretty good. Solid, not highly creative. I think that maybe Kling was a little more creative. A couple others were more creative. Let's take a look. Let's pick the best 4 and see who goes to the next round. So we'll definitely say Google made it, but it may have been number 2. Kling was solid all the way to this guy. Kling was pretty solid to this point. Minimax is a no. Hunyuan Pro, no, because we're having issues. No. Pickverse, maybe not. Let's see who's better. Vidu, good. Looking Vidu, I say that's positive. Luma Labs, pretty good job with this walking off the camera. So the winners, in my opinion, if you disagree, put it in the comments below. But I'm going to go with, here is our Google Veo 2, certainly solid. Then Kling, Vidu, and Dream Machine 2.0. So definitely Google Veo 2, Kling 1.6, Vidu, and of course Luma Labs Dream Machine Ray 2. Okay, these are the 4 we'll test the next one with. Actually, let's test the cat, and we'll leave this one to last. Let's test the cat. Okay, here we go with Kling, and oh, where'd that extra cup come from? So Kling, looks good, some naturalish movement, but then we get a cup out of nowhere. So okay, let's take a look at what others did. Here's Vidu. Wow. Okay. That's what a cat would do, I guess. But that surprised look, that's interesting. But nothing completely outrageous, meaning, yeah, maybe that surprised look. But I think there's nothing physically or in the world of physics wrong. Let's see what the next ones have. Luma. This is Dream Machine, Luma, and okay, no, that slow motion. We'll call this one a fail. All right, let's see what Google Veo 2 did. Okay, they made a long kind of a social media post here, but it's solid. Good looking. It's nothing there is outrageous. So everything is, the cat's watching them take, the cat is actually watching them take the cup away, and one person's getting ready to take the plate away. The hand movements are right. I don't know why one person's taking a cup and one a plate, but the cat's watching the cup like you would expect a cat to. I would say Google won this one hands down. But the tough one will be picking number 2. So we have Kling. Yeah, so there's a failure. Vidu, all right. And that's a no. And that's a no on Luma Dream Machine. So it's looking like it's Vidu versus Google. It's looking like it's Vidu versus Google, which surprised me. Not totally. I've always thought Vidu was underrated overall, but here we are. So, sorry, Kling. That extra cup took you out. I think the cat looks pretty good, but that did it. So, final. As expected, we'll add to our Veo 2 this model in the street. Well, so I tried a little Photoshop. Nothing seemed to work. Let me try and create a different image variation. So maybe we can at least, I don't know, compare at some level. All right, I have a new image. We'll see if this one will run. However, we couldn't use that model with Google, so the restrictions. So that's lesson learned there. Let's take a peek at what we have. So this is Google. And this model is a little more illustrative in a sense, not as realistic. So it's starting off that way, or maybe highly refined. Nice movement, but let's see what the others do. So here's Vidu, and let's see. I wonder, there's a little bit of a cut there. Oh no, I think that's all right. Maybe it was just when we got in. Nice movement. I'm not sure. Let's take a look and see what Kling did. Yeah, I did Kling anyway. And here is Kling's version. And interesting take. I like it, actually. I like it a lot. I like the take a lot. However, obviously Kling didn't make it this far. So I think here's Google. Here is Vidu. In some ways, I like the Kling one better, but Kling didn't make the cutoff. I just was curious. So Google left a bad taste in my mouth with that error issue. And I like this, but I'm going to say the other one's a little bit better, especially by taking a moment to discount or take off points for that error. Although I think Google has a great image to video or a video generator in general, I think Vidu won the day. Kling came in. So the top three certainly were Google, Vidu, and Kling. And of course, it's certainly going to depend on the topic, what it is they're going after in terms of your vision. So I think the next video will be Vidu versus Veo 2, and maybe we'll check out Kling again. I just have that biased. But that will be the head-to-head, I think, in the next video. Based on these videos, who do you think won? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to hear more about the AI for the creative, head on over to the YouTube or your favorite podcast channel and check out the podcast every Monday, where we are two creative guys talking AI.